Hello students, welcome back to video lecture series on the subject Concrete Technology. I am Mohammad Yusuf, Assistant Professor. So this is the video lecture 12 on the chapter Cement. In the previous video lecture, we have discussed about the points introduction of cement, chemical composition of cement, box compound, functions of cement manufacturing constituents. So in that you will learn about the definition of cement and their chemical composition. What are the chemical compositions of their cement according to their percentage, and box compounds and their functions while manufacturing of cement, and functions of various chemical compositions while manufacturing of cement. You learn very well in the previous lecture. In this lecture we will try to cover the one of the point cement manufacturing process. So earlier one we have seen the various chemical compositions of an cement, then how to manufacturing a cement so that it will achieve the desired strength and desired setting time of cement. So that requires a process and you have to adopt a special procedure. What that procedure, let us see here. So type of cement manufacturing process. There are two types of manufacturing of cement of process: wet process and dry process. Here you are seeing that there is a comparison between wet and dry process. So these are the two methods which are mainly used while manufacturing of cement. As you are seeing here the difference or comparison. So in wet process the moisture content of the celery is 35 to 50%, and in the dry process it is of 12%. The size of kiln that is needed to manufacture the cement is bigger, and in dry process it require smaller because the moisture content is less in the dry process, and the amount of heat required is higher because the moisture content is large, so that the fuel requirement is more, and in the dry process the amount of heat required is low because the moisture content is less. That's why it is wet process is economical and dry process is more economical. And after that the raw materials can be mixed easily so as to better homogeneous material can be obtained because it consists of more moisture content. But in dry process it is difficult to control the mixing of raw material process. That's why you will not obtain the homogeneous material or mixture of an cement. The machines or equipments that are uses for wet process do not need maintenance, but for dry process the machines and equipments needed uh, maintenance because it is difficult to mix the raw materials which have less moisture content, and obviously it require less fuel. So let us see manufacturing process of cement. Before that, students, uh, can you enlist the type of manufacturing process of cement? Yes. Then after that, can you compare or can you differentiate the wet process and dry process of manufacturing of cement? yes. So let us come to this slide, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोसेस ऑफ सीमेंट। तो सीमेंट का मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करने का तरीका क्या है और उसके स्टेप्स क्या क्या होते हैं वो अपन अभी देखेंगे। सो सबसे पहला क्या होता है, क्योरी। क्योरी में से क्या करना है आप लोगों को, इंग्रेडिएंट्स सेलेक्ट करना है। जैसे आप लोगों ने प्रीवियस लेक्चर में देखे, इंग्रेडिएंट्स कंपोजिशन जो रिक्वायर्ड होते हैं वो वहाँ से क्योरी से लेना है। उसके बाद उसको ग्राइंडिंग करना है, मतलब टू गेट अ डिजायर्ड शेप एंड साइज। ग्राइंडिंग करने के बाद उसको बर्न करना है। बर्निंग करने के बाद ग्राइंडिंग बर्निंग करने के बाद फिर ग्राइंडिंग करना है। उसके बाद स्टोरेज, स्टोरेज के बाद पैकिंग करना है। स्टोरेज करने के बाद आप लोग क्या करेंगे, पैकिंग। जैसे आप लोग सीमेंट के बैग देखते होंगे 50 kg के अंदर आते हैं आफ्टर पैकिंग करने के बाद। उसके बाद क्या करना है, आप लोग डिस्पैच कर सकते हैं टू वेरियस साइट्स और वेरियस शॉप्स। So these are the steps in the manufacturing of Portland cement. As here you are seeing that the curie, from that the ingredients are taken like limestone, etc., and that will be moved to primary crusher where the ingredients are crushed, and from that it moves to secondary crusher, and that is limestone raw material you are seeing in this diagram. So the rock mined from a quarry is crushed in either one or two stages, then stored with other raw materials to await further processing. And this raw material can be transported to proportioning and grinding. As you are seeing here, the shell, sand, and iron core. You have to separate out the shell, you have to separate out the sand and iron ore from the materials which are collected from the quarry. So this is the typical quarry operation. So shell provides the argillaceous compounds like silica, alumina, and iron. And limestone provides the calcareous compound calcium carbonate, and raw materials may vary in both composition and morphology. As you are seeing in this diagram, this is the shell material, this is the limestone. This shows the shell and this is the limestone. You have to collect it from the quarry. As you are seeing here that it is which is excavated from the quarry operation. The cement manufacturing process, first of all, you have to take a quarry by blasting, and that you have to load it into a loader. Then you have to dump this material into a dumper and you have to transport it. After that transporting, you have to crush those material to get the desired shape and size. After that, that will be moved to the storage at the plant by using the conveyor belt. So blasting, the raw materials that are used to manufacture cement, mainly limestone and clay, are blasted from the quarry, and then it is transported or loaded into a damper. Then the raw materials, after crushing, transported to the plant by conveyor. The plant stores the materials before they are homogenized. After that, storage at plant, the materials which are stored at the plant that may be transported through a conveyor to the raw mill, as you are seeing in this diagram, and this raw mill makes the material, and the raw mix is then used for heating and for burning. In this diagram, as you are seeing, so the raw materials are finally ground in order to produce the raw mix, and the raw mix is preheated before it goes into the kiln where the grinding process may happen. And the kiln, which is heated by a flame that can be as hot as 2000 degrees Celsius, and the raw mix burns at 1500 degrees Celsius, that will producing clinker, which when it leaves the kiln is rapidly cooled with air fans. So the raw mix is burned to produce clinker. As you are seeing is that a clinker. The raw mix that should be cooled rapidly in the clinker, and at the end you will see here the clinker. After that, the clinker may be stored in a clinker storage. The clinker and the gypsum are finally ground, giving a pure cement. Or secondary, you can add the secondary additives like gypsum or various admixtures you may add in that one, as you are seeing here, so that the cement should become more blended. After that, the cement is stored in the silos, you know the silos, and after that, before being dispatched either in bulk or in bags, its final dispatch is find out. So this is the manufacturing process of an cement. So I think hope you students you understand the manufacturing process of cement. So what are the questions that may arise after the end of this session? Comparison between wet and dry process manufacturing process of cement. Explain manufacturing of process of cement in a detail. So student, this is sufficient for today's session, and in the next session we will see the what are the different types of cement and their functions and their properties. Thank you.